Tonight, we are at Hollywood Studios for extended evening hours. Extended evening hours are offered to Walt Disney World Deluxe Resort guests, plus a few other hotels. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I will put them right here now. What is extended evening hours? Well, extended evening hours are when certain parks are open after normal park close. So today it is Hollywood Studios and we get an extra 2 hours in the park. So to normal guests, the resort will close at 9, but we actually get to stay in here till 11. We've never been before, so we're checking it out for the first time. I've heard that the lines are actually quite short. You get a lot done. It's a lot of fun. Let's see how it is. Made it into the park. We're actually here a couple hours early. It is 7:15, so we're still here with some regular hour guests, and we have a lightning lane for Slinky Dog Dash, which a couple days ago, we had another one. It rained us out. The skies are looking pretty clear right now. Fingers crossed, are we gonna get on it for the first time in like 3 years? Let's see. It's funny, walking down the main strip, it looks like there's a lot of people entering, but obviously we just got off our bus, our hotel resort bus from Animal Kingdom Lodge, so of course everyone with us is entering. But I'm sure the parks will be clearing out over the next hour and a half, and hopefully the streets will be a lot clearer. And here's the infamous Hollywood Studios arch right in front of Animation Courtyard. The next time we are here, this will not be here. If you didn't see, this whole area, Animation Courtyard, is getting transformed into a new animated studios area with the Mickey Sorcerer hat coming back in its own unique way. So we'll have to come back and check that out. Extended evening hours at Disney's Hollywood Studios offers you the chance to get on a couple attractions with much lower wait times. Like I said, the only people in here are going to be Deluxe Resort guests, plus some other hotels here. It doesn't offer every ride, but what is offered here is Alien Swirling Saucers, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, Slinky Dog Dash, Star Tours The Adventures Continue, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, and Toy Story Mania. So if you were paying attention to that list, you noticed that Rise of the Resistance was not on there. So in our next hour and a half before regular park hours closes, we're gonna see if we can jump in line for that one to get it done at least once this trip. We've made it back into Toy Story Land. And there are a lot of people leaving here. Made it to Slinky. As you can see behind him right now, the skies are blue. It's looking good for us getting on her this time. Here we go. It is a 45-minute wait right now, but not for us. We get to sneak in here. Hi. It's 7:25 right now. Let's see how long it takes in the express line. Such a fun kid coaster. That is always an enjoyable time on Slinky Dog Dash. Posted 45-minute wait with Lightning Lane, 5 minutes. Okay, we did what we had to do over here now. We are going to run all the way to the other end of the park. We're gonna check out the new Villains show over right in behind Rock and Roller Coaster. I've heard good things. Let's go see what it's all about. I'm pretty excited to see what extended evening hours has to offer. Now, during the week that we've been here, I've made sure to get lightning lanes for all the rides that were our must-dos in this park, so we have at least done them once, but it'll be cool to see how short the lines actually are as we get to spend 2 extra hours in the park here with much less crowds. I'm assuming the popular rides like Slinky and Toy Story Mania and stuff will still have pretty long lines, but we'll see. One thing we have to decide before regular park hours close is, do we choose seeing Fantasmic, or do we go on Rise of the Resistance, which we actually haven't done this trip yet? What would you do? Let me know in the comments below. Hollywood Studios is such a beautiful park at night, and I feel like we never actually get a chance to enjoy it, especially when we're here in September and the sun sets, like it's 7:45 right now and the sun's not quite set. So normally we would have to leave in the next like hour-ish. So it'll be really fun to really take this park in at night. One ride that we're gonna have to do during extended evening hours is the crown jewel of the park, the icon of the park, right in front of us, the Tower of Terror. Another one that we're gonna have to do is Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. This will definitely be the last time that we are on this coaster, well, themed to Aerosmith. So we gotta get one more in with the classic Aerosmith tunes before it switches over to those Muppets. All right, we made it. Let's get into the theater. Okay, let's see what this theater looks like. Oh, it's cool. That was a good show. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. It was about 15 minutes long, and it it highlights 3 of the villains, Cruella, Maleficent, and Hook. But that was really fun. I have to say, the actors that portray those characters have to be on it to match the screens, but it was very well timed, very cool. The screens were very high def. I really enjoyed that show. Well, we decided to skip Fantasmic and we're gonna hit up Rise of the Resistance. But because we're doing that option, we are gonna sneak on Rock and Roller Coaster. We had a lightning lane for this. So we're still at 8:15-ish, so the park still hasn't fully closed to guests. So we're gonna get as much done as we can in that time, and then we'll see where the night takes us. Rock and Roller Coaster is a banger. That is such a good ride. If we have time, we're gonna have to do that once more. And I mean, we gotta come back here anyways to ride. Ooh, where is it? There we go. Tower of Terror. So maybe we will. Now, as we walk down Sunset Boulevard, we are going to motor our way to the other end of the park, to Galaxy's Edge, and see if we can jump on Rise of the Resistance before it closes for the night. I forgot about the projection show on the Chinese theater. So cool. At least we get to see a small part of it as we motor to Galaxy's Edge.
We welcome you to a Hollywood that never
So
was,
much going on in Hollywood
and
Studios at night.
will be. Disney's Hollywood Studios presents Disney Movie Magic.
Man, there's so much going on here at night. It's crazy we don't have enough time to do it all. Fantasmic, the projection show on the Chinese theater, getting these rides in. We've made our choice though. We are heading over to Rise of the Resistance. That ride is just too good to not ride on a trip to Disney World. Whoa, they got rid of the giant AT-AT. That's wild. Looks so open without it. That was what, oh, never mind. He's still back there. Ignore what I said. Now this, I'm 100% certain they got rid of. The old Muppet Courtyard, blocked off as it gets transformed into the new Monsters, Inc. area. I know people don't like my opinion about this, but I'm more excited for Monstropolis than I ever was for Muppets. The last time we went to go see Muppet Vision 3D, I fell asleep in the theater. So I personally am ready to see what is next. All right, we are exiting the real world and entering Girl World. I mean, Galaxy's Edge. That's a little Mean Girls quote for you, if you knew that. And we have made it. I don't like that it looks super backed up. I'm hoping someone was just holding the line up here, but we'll see how long we're actually waiting here. It says a 45-minute wait, but we have waited 45 minutes for this ride before, and we have never waited outside. So either the app is super wrong, and this is going to be like a 3-hour wait, or they are holding us out here, baiting us to make it look busier so most people don't jump in this line, and it'll actually be shorter. We'll see. Okay, never mind. The line is actually busy inside. We're moving decently quick, but it does look like everyone decided to ride this right before close. Well, it took us about 40 minutes to get up to Ray, so I guess the wait time was pretty accurate.
Incoming transmission from Ray. BB-8, is everyone assembled? Good. Shouldn't you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the call.
I am Lieutenant Mack. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Vakara.
Resistance has failed. You will disembark and proceed to processing and interrogation on the right. Now get out.
I don't care how many times you ride this. That room never, ever gets old.
Needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Now's a good time. Stop! The escape pod's just aboard! Wait, why are you going up? I said down, up is bad. Up is pretty bad.
All personnel to their stations.
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run. This is for you and the resistance.
Lieutenant Beck here. Beck! Oh, you're alive. I should hope so. Great job, recruits.
That ride is so good. That was such a smart choice. As much as we love Phantasmic, how could we not ride Rise of the Resistance? I don't care how many times you ride that, that will never not blow you away. And the best part was, we got A mode for everything. Both Kylos were working, everything was working. That was a good ride through, that was a good choice. Now we're doing a little quick walk through Galaxy's Edge, back to Toy Story Land, because we gotta do Toy Story Mania one more time. We gotta see if we can beat those high scores from a couple days ago. As much as I wish they themed Galaxy's Edge to one of the known Star Wars lands like Tatooine or Endor or something, they did really do a good job with what they were going for. It is very immersive in here. It is very cool. You do feel like you're on another planet. The only crappy part is it's an unknown planet, not something that we all, grew up with. Now, as I boost up Galaxy's Edge, theming, the part that isn't great is the transition from here, from Galaxy's Edge, into Toy Story Land. Do I care overall? No. Like, whatever, you're going from land to land. But it is kind of funny. They put so much effort into the theming of both of these lands, but the transition from one to the other is just a cut and dry. You went from one land into the other. This is the land that we never get to experience at night. So this is very cool to see everything with all of the lights on. It is way less busy here. This is so nice to walk through Toy Story Land when you're not jammed in with other people. Now, before we go to Toy Story Mania, we're stopping by Woody's Lunchbox, or whatever it's called, getting the grilled cheese. Here's a life hack that I learned from People Mover to Hogwarts on Instagram. But if you're eating at Woody's Lunchbox, get the grilled cheese kids meal. You get half a grilled cheese, and then you can get tomato soup, potato barrels, which are just tater tots, and a bottle of water, mini bottle of water, for $6.99. It's insane. And it's very filling. So, there you go. Okay, let's go see if we can improve on our scores from 2 days ago. Empty lines. Extended evening hours is pretty great. We got a 10-minute wait, it says. We'll see if it even is. But this is wild. This is crazy to go down the regular line and have literally no one in here with us. He's blinking, but he's not moving. Taking a rest during these evening hours. Okay, we didn't do that good this round. Brian beat me, but we need to pick up our game. We have half an hour left, and we have to ride Tower of Terror at least once more. So let's head back to the other side of the park to visit our favorite hotel. This land is just so beautiful at night. All of the lights. I love it. See you, Jesse. See you, Rex. And so long, partner. There's one other thing I have to do before we leave the park today that I forgot to do when we were here during regular hours a couple days ago. Okay, never mind. I was going to get that talking Mickey popcorn bucket. It is $45 USD. Sorry, $46 for my pirate mug from Beacon Barrel. That's one thing. I don't need a talking popcorn bucket that bad. Sorry, Mickey. One last walk down Sunset Boulevard here. It's so nice walking down here right now. It's a lot quieter. You can hear the music. They have it going. It really feels like you're walking down. I don't know what the era is. 1940s Hollywood, maybe? But it really gives you that vibe. There's the Carthay Circle. Fun fact, that is the theater where Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs premiered in 1937. Just a little nod, they also have Carthay Circle in Disney's California Adventure. It's a little bit more grander there, but still very cool that they still have it here to show off a little history of Walt Disney. Now, however, we are going to a ride that opened in 1994 and has been not only a staple, but one of the best rides at Walt Disney World since. Tower of Terror. This ride is the original Tower of Terror. There was one at California Adventure that is now rethemed to Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. And there is one in Disneyland Paris that is the same as the one that was in California Adventure. It doesn't have the off-track portion that this one does. And then there's also one in Tokyo, but it is not themed to the Twilight Zone. It is just a haunted hotel. It has its own unique story that is very similar.
Hollywood, 1939. Amid the glitz and the glitter of a bustling young movie town at the height of its golden age, the Hollywood Tower Hotel was a star in its own right, a beacon for the show business elite. Now, something is about to happen that will change all that. On an evening very much like the one we have just witnessed. Tonight's story of the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator, still in operation, waiting for you. We invite you, if you dare, to step aboard, because in tonight's episode, you are the star, and this elevator travels you directly to the Twilight Zone.
This is wild that there is literally no one here. We have people in the front row on one side, front row on the other side, and that is it. That was so good, we had to ride it twice. It was walk-on, so we just had to fly through and go one more time. It is such a good ride. You could ride it so many times. The cool part about it is, when it opened in 1994, it actually only had a 1 up and 1 down. Then they switched it up a couple years later to give it a new life, and it had, I think it was 4 drops, and then now it's actually randomized, so you can get a different one every time. Obviously, I'm sure there's not infinite possibilities, but it gives it a lot more chance for re-rideability, which we just did. Oh, so much fun. Extended evening hours has been fantastic. The lines have been so short, the crowds are way less, they still have everything open, so we're able to buy stuff, food, souvenirs. This has been fun. But we are now at 11:13. The park is officially closed. It is time for us to get out of here and go to bed. It has been a long day. We have walked 27,000 steps today so far, but man, has this been fun. And so our journey has come to an end. What a fun night this was. So enjoyable. We got almost everything done we wanted to. Having these extended evening hours for deluxe hotels is awesome. The price for these hotels is quite expensive, but you do get a lot of these perks, and it really does help make it much more worth it. Thanks for coming along with me to experience extended evening hours for the very first time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you want more theme park content, please consider subscribing to our channel. You can also follow us on Instagram at Canuck Park Hopper for more. Now it's time for me to go to bed, and I'll see you in the next one.